the foothills of the Canadian Rockies. I'm just finishing up my paperwork, and I'm in the office, and I'm about to go home. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to a beautiful soul who has her own YouTube channel. I am blessed to have 8,000 subscribers, many of which I have either lost contact with or who are no longer getting notifications or who are no longer watching the channel due to either being unsubscribed by YouTube or just dumb luck. Hi, Stephanie. Blessings to you. To those that are still watching my channel and perhaps lost interest because of my Wi-Fi, I will be getting Wi-Fi back out on the farms shortly. Hi, Grandpa. Blessings to you. Matt, long time no see. Great to see you. So I wanted to just do a quick video before I leave the office. Hey, Rob. From Colorado, Rocky Mountains. Awesome. Hi, K-Man. Blessings, everyone who comes into the room. I wanted to give a big shout out to a beautiful soul who has this channel. And she's inspired me to do this small video. And her inspiration is, or my inspiration in her channel is this. She's very gentle and loving and caring and uplifting. And I must admit, in my calling out evil and doing my decodes and scriptural eschatology, that sometimes we get a tendency to get wrapped up in the negative, and which is part of what I do, and I'm used to it. I'm used to looking at this evil, and I'm jaded and all scar tissue, so to speak, regarding going down these rabbit holes. Hey, Kenley. Blessings to you. Hi, Rob. Oh, you got your Cypher app? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good to hear. So, I'm admitting openly that I've concentrated a fair bit on exposing the evil. I never wanted to, even to this very moment. Hi, Zena. From Toronto. Blessings. I never ever wanted to scare anybody regarding all the decodes. In Gematria, the decodes are evidence of the enemy's language from Babylonian post-Paleo-Hebrew. We know that Yahweh Adonai Elohim, our creator, and eschatology play a role in exposing this evil and end times prophecies. We also know that the evil ones are using the Bible as a template. We've seen tons of decode with the Charlie Kirk execution and or fake psychological operations with Mossad. We know that these things have been happening through history since Shakespearean plays, since Francis Bacon or William Shakespeare has been doing this. And we know that in the Roman times it was give them bread and circus, and they won't rebel. As we move closer to the end of this episode, of this stage, I've always said this in my videos, is that the governments of the world will become more and more dangerous. They will shut down the internet, even kill the power, and even fake psychological operations like bombing of New York and Seattle. When they do these events, it is going to be their last little genocide attempt to squash the truth community, discredit the truth community, and bring about their one world government, one world religion called Chrislam, and one world currency, copyright number 060606 with Google and Dr. Billy Goat Gates. Nero. Marvero, I'm pronouncing 7174 your name wrong, but blessings to you. So we know that these psychological operations were done to control and problem, action, solution. So Oh, there's all these school shootings with these crisis actors, the same actors being used over and over again in the Boston bombing and in other events to take away your guns, take away your right to bear arms, and take away this freedom. Since the bombing of the Twin Towers, and just to put in some decodes in this, building 1 fell, building 2 fell, building 7 fell. On the 12th month, 7th day was the bombing of Pearl Harbor, which was another false flag, that the Australian government warned the American government that there's a fleet headed towards Hawaii, and they did nothing because they wanted America in World War II. These Freemason, Jesuit, Zionists have been doing this for quite some time. So in Gematria, World War I, World War II, and the invasion of Ukraine, all, if you add up the dates, equals 68. These wars and ritual murders, including the bombing of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, were ritual murders. When we say Holocaust, it's burnt offering. We know that they bombed Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and you could see this in the Gematria Nader calculator archives. You just type in Gematria Nader, go into archives, type in Harry S. Truman or Harry Truman or The Truman Show with another crisis actor, Jim Carrey, JC, again, Jimmy Carter, Jesus Christ. And these codes continue to expose the evil in which they do. But I want to have a big shout out to this beautiful person who does nothing but lift people up and give people hope and love. And we all need that in these dark times. So please, like and subscribe to her channel. Show her some support and love. Build her channel, because, when we're in the dark and we're having a hard time coping and we're losing hope and our faith wavers, we need like-minded people to lift each other up. So I'm going to show this to you now, and I would encourage you to screenshot it. So it's at River Torchlight Project 2026. And it's this beautiful woman that is just showing and sharing beautiful, uplifting stuff that we all need. I forget her name, and I'd have to close this video to watch her on YouTube, but she's just a beautiful soul. She's an older person. She's got spiky hair like mine. She's a female. And so it's at River the Torchlight Project 2026. And I encourage you all, like and subscribe, lift her channel up, listen to some of her beautiful, I would call sermons, or sharing of what she's been shown and what she is seeing. We need more of that. And she's inspired me that when I do decodes and when I show the dark evil that is in this world, that is murdering us, literally with their global genocide, their Agenda 2021 at 2030, 20 divided by 30 is 666. That when we do expose the evil, and as dark as it is, I wish to share with you this. When I went down these dark rabbit holes and started looking at this stuff, I got scarred, I got hurt, I got deeply wounded, and I barely survived witnessing the worship of Baal or Baal and what they do to our children. 800,000 children go missing in America alone. And witnessing that for my own eyes, it could be very damaging. And I encourage people that in the exposing of evil to caution people. I should also mention that I have survived that only through the grace of our loving Father, that He would soften my heart and heal me. And when I witnessed these things accidentally, I went and cried in my backyard. And the most beautiful thing, and the way He speaks and shows us and takes our pain away, this is my own testimony. That after accidentally witnessing a child being eaten in what they Cain killed Abel exposés, I cried 1,000 tears, went in my backyard and cried. And miraculously, my father and this little blue butterfly landed on my finger, and a beautiful distraction. I said, "Hey, little guy, what are you doing? Thanks for the distraction." And it took my pain away instantly. I said, "Okay, little butterfly, you could go now." And the minute I said that, he flew away. And that night, just randomly, I picked a movie, and it was called Gifts from Heaven, about a young child who was suffering a terminal illness and was about to die, and the child was brought home to the family. And that child was going to die in the family hospice care. And that child in the movie was distracted by a butterfly. And the sequence of events that just led me to believe that was from him, and how beautiful of a assurance, a confirmation. And it made me absorb that pain and be stronger in that pain and in that suffering, and share my pain and suffering with all 8,000 of my subscribers. And that story will always resonate with me, that as that child was distracted by that butterfly, so was I, and my pain was taken from me. And the child climbed up a tree and fell in the hollow of a tree head first and should have died. But not only did she survive and was rescued unscathed, but she was cured from her terminal illness. And it gave me hope and belief that that's how our Father works these miracles in our tragedy, in our pain, and in our suffering. So once again, a big shout out to this beautiful woman, and her sharing her testimony, her pain, her suffering with others, that they may listen to her and her testimony and relate that we are all the children that are chosen, that have love, have an affinity, and can go through pain and suffering and still survive and be strengthened, and how hideous situations would turn something as hideous and as ugly as what I've seen in others into something very beautiful and healing, and help others cope with these issues. So may you be blessed. I hope this message finds you.